of buying what to eat and what to wear. Smiling at the twisted sincerity of the counselor, screaming on the anxiety. Living in Lloyd Gobbler's worst nightmare. Is adulthood really just an endless cycle of buying and processing and selling? And did you know that there's a disorder where people have an aversion to the words tender and moist? And did you know that Kilo Tequila has more friends on my state than there are people in the state of Texas? And if you are my Facebook friend, does that really mean you're not my real friend? 2 a.m., alone in her bedroom, face illuminated by the phantom light of the laptop screen, surrounded by her dumb teddy bears and her riddling, seeing the nerdy girl Googling herself and finding 0 matching results. What can she do to enhance her online reputation? Start a blog? Rob a bank? Demean herself on her camera phone and put it on YouTube and share it with the world? We must have new forms, wrote Anton Chekhov in 1895, and all this has happened before and all this will happen again, wrote whoever writes Battlestar Galactica in 2008. Think about it. See the teenager. See her working so hard, maybe too hard, to not let adolescence get in the way. A week ago today,
when you were young, you were the king of carrot flowers, and how you built a tower tumbling through the trees. Out
in cold rattlesnakes that trail all around your feet.
who looked up as a rattlesnake at your feet. Let's sing some more. Singing for right each daddy's shoulder, and that would throw the garbage all across the floor, as they would play after what each other's bodies were. What are they for?
I think the internet, and Google specifically, is like painting eggs. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's like, okay, you're up cold late with some friends, just chilling together at one of your houses, and one of you starts singing the song, and then you all start singing it, and none of you can stop singing it. And one of you goes, who sang that song? And then it's like, OMG, WTF is that song, right? You know? And you're all thinking, and none of you can come up with it. And it's making you cray-cray. You feel you are going to have a nervy thing if you don't come up with it. And then you go, OMG, I totally know who sang that song. How easy you still totally know MP. You call Amy and it's totally late, but she lives in Phoenix now, so it's 2 hours behind, but it's still totally. And you two want an item in a year. You suddenly wonder whether the detective is calling her this. But then she picks up the phone and she's like, OMG. And you're like, OMG. And she's like, you're so pathetic. And you're like, we say cray-cray now. She's like, you're so cray-cray. And you're like, I know. And you ask her, and she's like, duh, it's the proclaimers. And you're like, OMG, of course, the proclaimers. She's like, BT dog, I hope want them to be my boy. And you're like, lol. And she's like, loller coaster. And you're like, loller blade. And she's like, loller polo stuff. And you say how good it was to catch up and how you should coach this call more often. And you hang up and you're about to tell your friends. And they're like, we heard it's the proclaimers. And you're all bawling. You're all like, and I will walk 500 miles and I will walk 500 more. And S is toast for maize. But today, that would never happen. Today, you would just Google the song and find out, and you would never call Amy, and you would never be so cray-cray. Hey, I guess what I'm trying to say, Johnny, is I think we need to break up.
spend 3 or more hours online every day. And did you know that 11% of Americans are willing to get their email